Just jotting away the fun stuff. This is the part of the process that is tedious, but can be enjoyable. I am kind of sad because my bottle that I use to dot my dominoes, it's clogged. And I have nothing tiny enough to unclog this. And I don't have time to be trying to figure out how to unclog it. So we're using a workaround right now. See that red? Bam, there we go. We're going to maneuver around because that's what we do. We maneuver around. We're not gonna get held up because things want to be in the way. We don't allow these things to hold us up. No, we don't. We keep it pushing. We keeps it pushing. Okay? Because we don't get held up. If there's anything that I can encourage you with, don't get caught up in the small stuff. Do not get caught up in the small stuff. Keep it pushing. Yes. Hi, hi. How are you? I hope you had a great holiday. If you celebrate the holiday, I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. I was slightly annoyed because my bottle is clogged. However, I found a workaround, so I'm still able to do what I need to do. Because we can't let things hold us up, you know? We have to be able to move forward. And that's what I'm taking with me into 2025, okay? Like, I refuse to allow the little things to trip me up. Nope. Where there's a will, there's a way. And there's always a workaround. Like, there's always a workaround. Hi, hi. How are you? I hope you had an amazing holiday. Hope you got what you desired. All the things that were on your wish list, I hope you got them. And most importantly, I hope you got to spend time with the people that you love. Baby, let me tell you, life is short. I love your hair. It's pretty. Thank you, Bentley. My hair is it needs some work right now, but I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you very much. I do appreciate the compliment. I will take it. Well, let me know. Where are you tuning in from? Let me know. Where are you tuning in from? Well, let me know two things. Where are you tuning in from? And then how old are you? Because I'm just interested in the who my videos are being pushed out to. Like, I want to know. I think. And it's kind of important for me to know because I need to know how to gear my conversation. Like, I can't have inappropriate conversations based on the age of the people who are tuned in. So let's talk. How old are we? Who's tuned in here? Where are you tuning in from? And how old are you? All things that I would like to know. I can stay in your arms tonight. Is this where you lie? Is this something to say? Where are you tuning in from and how old are you? Let me know. I need to know so I can kind of gear my chit chat because I want to make sure I'm having age appropriate conversations. All right. Mm-hmm. I must say, I was definitely not thrilled when I first started this because my bottle is clogged. However, we don't let the obstacles stop us. While they may slow us down temporarily, we find the pivot, right? We find the pivot. And so that's what I did. I found my pivot and I'm getting to work. All right. This is a domino set. That I'll be sending off hopefully tomorrow. There was some crazy weather out here in Houston. Had tornadoes today, like super crazy weather. Tornado watch and all kinds of craziness. So that was the day. Um, Lots of wind, crazy rain, but it wasn't too bad. But it wasn't too bad otherwise. Not too bad. So I'm just sitting here thinking about 2025, what is to come in the new year, and I must say, ooh, I'm excited about what is to come, and also just in anticipation, right? One thing that I'm taking with me into 2025 is not getting stuck, right? There will be obstacles, there will be things that kind of hinder, get in the way, whatever the case, whatever you want to call it. But there's always a workaround. And I am committing to always being able to find the workaround, find the solution in 2025. Like, I spent far too long allowing obstacles to trip me up, allowing obstacles to make me stop, to make me pause, to make me whatever. Um, Throw in the towel, if you will. Like, just hold, yield. But in this next year, we're not doing that. We're leaving that in 2024. We will find ways to get to the goal, because the goal must be accomplished, right? We got to get there. There are people counting on you to get to where you're supposed to get to. There's people counting on me to get to where I'm supposed to get to, because I wholeheartedly believe that, you know, our gifts, our talents, and all these things, they're not just for us. They're not just for us. I didn't survive all the craziness that I survived just for me. I survived it because there's somebody else who may be currently in the situation that I survived, and they feel alone, and they don't realize that they are so much stronger than they know. And they'll never know if I don't position myself to be able to let them know and encourage them and remind them. So, yes, that is that's the goal for 2025. We're not getting stuck in the obstacles. Like, I could have been frustrated that my bottle is clogged, but you know what? Where there is a will, there is a way, and so I'm determined to continue with my plans for getting this stuff done, and here we are, getting it done, regardless of the clogged bottle. We're still getting it done, because that's what we do. We get it done. In 2025, get it done. No excuses. Okay? That's the plan for 2025. Get it done, no excuses. We're leaving excuses in 2024. That's what we are doing. Leaving excuses in 2024. Because what? Why not? We can't carry the excuses. There's too much to accomplish, there's too much to be done. There's too many lives who are waiting on the end result. There's too many souls who are waiting. So I'm pretty sad that my print then cut feature on my Cricut no longer works. I'm not quite sure what happened, but apparently, I guess the sensor light gave out or something. I don't know. But the sensor's not working, so it's unable to read the lines. I can't get it to calibrate. And so my ability to use the print then cut feature on my Cricut is no more. Rest in peace to the print then cut feature, right? Because what? So now I'm on the market, I guess, for a new machine, because why would I cut by hand the things that I want to do? Like, I have this whole master plan for some stickers I was going to make my niece and all these great things, right? And I spent an hour and a half on the phone with Cricut, and they kept having me do all these troubleshooting procedures that led me nowhere, that had me doing the same thing literally over and over and over and over again. It got me nowhere. And then an hour and a half later, they tell me, okay, well, I'm so sorry. It looks as though your sensor no longer works. And unfortunately, your machine is no longer under warranty. So I can give you a 10% off coupon. 10% off coupon for a new machine. That was their best option for me. That's what they had to offer me. 10% off of a brand new machine, because their sensor just like gave out. It no longer works. It's pretty sad. But that's what they gave me. Those were the options that they gave me. That was it. Buy a new machine. That's what they said. Pretty insane. Not what I was expecting, but it's all right. Not what I was expecting at all. The cutting feature still works, so it's not like a total waste of a machine. I can still use the machine. I just cannot utilize the print then cut feature. So any stickers or things that I planned on making, which I did plan on making custom stickers, like that whole idea is out the window, because my print then cut does not work. So these stickers that I used for these dominoes, I had to cut them by hand, the old-fashioned way. So what you see back here, I had to cut it by hand. Cut it by hand, because my print then cut feature on my Cricut wants to give out. And you know what Cricut told me? They'll give me a 10% off coupon, 10% off, to go ahead and purchase a whole new machine. What? That was the best you could. That was the best. That was the best we got. 10% off was the best we got. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. I, you know, I assumed maybe it would be more than at least 10% because I mean, yo, it's a defect. Like I didn't do anything for the sensor to go out. Like it doesn't even make sense why the sensor went out. It just stopped working. Just stopped working out of nowhere. Can't. Can't deal. Just randomly it stopped working. And it's pretty crazy because while I do have a steady hand, nobody wants to cut stickers by hand. Like, who's doing that? Like, no, absolutely not. I don't want to do that. Even though I'm pretty good at it, don't want to do that. So here we go. Um, my bottle is clogged, but I'm still able to get in here and get these dots in because you know, baby, where there is a will, there is a way. So we're not being held up by the little things. But let me show you. Let me show you what I had to cut this by hand because my print and cut feature just stopped working. But do you see, like, it can be done, right? It can be done. But who wants to do this by hand? Absolutely nobody. Nobody wants to cut this out by hand. Like, no. I did it because I had no choice because they were already printed. But yo, nobody wants to do that. I know I don't want to do that. I don't want to have to keep doing that because my print and cut feature is not working. Got a whole cricket. A whole cricket. Print and cut, no good. No good. It's crazy. But here we are. Here we are. All right. So I went and I saw Wicked on Christmas. That's how I spent my Christmas. I went and I watched Wicked, and I just have a few. I have a few questions about that whole storyline. Um, like I've got questions. One, why why didn't the wizard know about Elphaba? Like why he didn't know she existed? So Elphaba's mom never told the wizard like, hey, you got me pregnant. Like it, the way he was waiting at her door when the governor, oh, if you haven't seen Wicked, I'm sorry, like this is about to just ruin it for you if you haven't seen it. So if you haven't seen it, you may want to jump off. But anyways, like why didn't she let him know that she was pregnant? Like it makes no sense to me. The way that he was at the door waiting for her husband to leave, you would think that he frequented the house. So at what point did she just decide, I'm not going to tell you about this baby? Because that part where the wizard was like, I always wanted to be a father. Like, your daughter is sitting right in your face. That just, I didn't understand that. I didn't. I did not understand that whole series of events. Like, there's some holes in the storyline, okay? That I need I need answers. I need answers. And Glinda really didn't have any power. So how did she end up being the good witch or whatever? She didn't even have any power. Like, it just didn't make sense. Cause the way I remember the story, they were sisters. So now I'm just confused. The whole storyline confused me because I thought they were supposed to be sisters. Um, but then she had her disabled sister in the wheelchair. Like, the whole storyline just kind of threw me for a loop. And I don't know. I wasn't expecting that. Now, I feel like it may be too soon to talk Wicked, so maybe I'll double back to Wicked. But that is how I spent Christmas. I went and I watched Wicked in the theater. And then I came home and I turned on that live action Lion King movie because I feel like I couldn't watch Mufasa without first watching the live action version of that whole what you call it, the Lion King make that they did. But um baby, that movie was terrible. I was so disappointed in the outcome of that live action Lion King movie. Like, what was going on there? Who were the writers? Why were they singing songs from Beauty and the Beast in The Lion King? Like, how do you not have one of the most epic songs from the original Lion King in this live action remake? Like, what were you thinking? You didn't have the song where Pumbaa is about to be like bait. You don't use that song, and instead you have them singing Be Our Guest from what? From Beauty and the Beast? Why? Who were the writers on this movie? Who thought that that was a good idea? Because it was terrible. When I tell you it was terrible, it was terrible. And then when Scar sings Be Prepared, the hyenas don't even join in. Like, Be Prepared was an epic song from The Lion King. Like, epic. Even if you didn't like Scar, you liked that song. And for them to downplay that song in the live action movie, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe what I was watching. I'm you know, I'm glad I didn't pay money to watch that movie. That's for sure. But yo, what the heck was going on? How could they not have that song in its epicness? And then Rafiki doesn't even pull out his staff until like the end of the movie. First of all, he walks with that staff. So how is he not utilizing the staff the entire movie? It doesn't make sense. And then when he goes to find Simba, he doesn't say the famous line, Asante san, a squash banana. Like, that wasn't even in the movie. at all. And that was like one of Rafiki's epic lines. The whole "I know your father" and smacking Simba on the head, like it never happened. How? How do we how does that how who? I'm just so upset. I'm thoroughly disappointed. And now I know what to expect going into this Mufasa movie. Like, I'm not going in there with my hopes high. I'm not going in there expecting great things because I've already seen from that first live action. It's not going to be that great. Not going to be that great. I'm already anticipating. I'm anticipating what Mufasa is going to be like. Um, though they do have more room for the creative storytelling or lack thereof, because this is like a whole backstory going on here, and there's nothing else to reference. But that Lion King, baby, they failed. They failed miserably with that one. It's just it was an epic fail. Okay. And I say that wholeheartedly, flat footed. I mean that with every fiber of my being. They failed that movie. And whoever was on the team. Mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. And that's okay. That is okay. There are people who like it. I did not. I just wish they would stop with all the live action movies ruining my childhood, because these are the movies that I grew up on, okay? These are the movies I grew up on. These are the movies that I watched. These are the movies that got me through. And all these live action versions that don't do the movie any justice, they could just not. They could just not. Just re-release the old cartoon version. Re-release it, you know. If you want to reanimate it, whatever, that's fine. You want to update the animation. Technology has changed a lot since the 90s, you know. I get it. That is fine. But these live action remakes where you changing the story, we don't like it. Mm-mm. And when I say we, I mean me. We don't like it. Mm-mm. Unnecessary, unnecessary changes. That's what I like to call them. Unnecessary changes. We could do without. We could do without. Okay. So now we are. We're getting somewhere. I feel like I've made progress with these here dominoes. Yes. So here we are. This little tool right here is the best because it actually fits in the spaces that you want it to fit. Okay? I'll deal with those in a minute. It fits where you need it to fit. So we've got the red and the blue. His logo is red and blue, so custom dominoes. These are pretty fun to make, I will say. I do enjoy making the dominoes. They're pretty fun. They're pretty fun. They are. All right. I am getting kind of hungry, so this live may be cut short because I'm hungry. And I think I will come back later. I'll probably come back later. I think these are super cute. Oops. That was supposed to be all red. Oh well. I can switch it up if I want to. This little marker right here. It's one of the only ones that I have found that actually like fits in the hole perfectly. I wish it came in like every color, but I have not been able to find it in every color. And it's dope because this is a straight up Dollar Tree marker. Okay, crafters. What is it? Crafters Square. Yeah, Crafters Square. Amazing. Dollar Tree find. Cause we crafting on a budget, baby. Crafting on a budget. You feel me? Isn't this so cute? Super cute. Super cute. Now I think what I need to do is make the doubles the same color on the top and the bottom. Um, it's pretty doable, pretty easy. Oh boy. Alright, so let's totally was not paying attention, and I made it blue when it should have been red. But we're going to fill it in and fix it. So now it's red. All right. Oh, we're making progress. We're making progress. What else do I need to do? I need to have a box for the dominoes. Now, this is something. I have a box. I like these. The set fits in here really nice, really easy. It's a really cool little box so I can fit everything in. And I don't know if you guys ever learned this trick to get a sticker off, but heat up the sticker and then it comes right off, because there have been plenty of times where I have tried to peel this sticker off and then it doesn't come off, and it leaves residue, and we don't want that. So the trick is heat it up. So we heat it up. I guess it kind of like reheats the glue. Right. So we done heated it up. And now, clean right off. Bam. Comes right off, no problem. Super, super easy. But I'm gonna go for now. I may be back later. I'm hungry, so before I jump into the next part of this project, I'm gonna go try and grab me something to eat because I'm hungry. It's supposed to be 10 o'clock. I need to go get some food. I'll be back, y'all. I'll be back.